Wall Street. Do it right, build wealth, build life, economic empowerment, real tips, insight on the new Black Wall Street. It's on the new Black Wall Street. It's your host.
All right, my beautiful people. Thanks so much for joining us here again on the Money and Power Show, New Black Wall Street. I'm your host, ERGJ, certified financial educator, CEO, ERGJ Enterprises, ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club. The study of Black wealth, people, the study of the 12 richest Black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And I just believe that if you want to be wealthy, you should study wealthy people. Don't listen to poor dad, listen to rich dad. And my rich dad just happened to be billionaires. Good morning to you, billionaires. Black folk talking about money and the markets in the morning. Not only is it a book, guys, but it's also a club that you can choose to join. You can choose it. It's a choice. Black wealth is a Black choice. Everybody put that in the comments below. Black wealth is a Black choice. It's a choice. You have to choose. Now, here's the deal. I went to talk to the kids yesterday at the youth, at the career days and stuff. I told them, listen, we can sit here and complain about white supremacy and all this stuff and all this stuff and all this stuff, or we can make a choice to learn what they won't teach us. That's what they did. You know, that's what the slaves did, right? Slaves, you know, they chose to learn what they didn't know. They taught themselves how to read. You can teach yourself. You can learn. You can choose. Formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. I choose fortune. How about you? Let me say that again for the people in the back. My good mentor says this: formal education will make you a living. Self-education will make you a fortune. I choose fortune. It's a choice. Stop complaining about the stuff that you can't control and start controlling the things that you can control. Then your life will change. Your bank account will change. Everything will change for you. 2 levels of membership if you decide. $10 a month, 33 cents a day to change your life, for your financial life forever. Financial literacy classes, New Black Wall Street Book Club, personal development mastermind group. We just talked about last night. What we talked about tonight? How to fuel your desire, how to stay motivated all the time. We talked about that last night. Did you miss it? All right, join the club. Business development mastermind. So we're gonna talk about tomorrow. Matter of fact, how to get over $100,000 to fund 100 places to get over $100,000 to fund your business. We'll teach you how to start your business, get going in your business, scale your business. Teach you that. You can join 30 cents a day. Who knew a $10 decision could turn into something of my dreams? Or make a $20 decision, guys. You take all that, and then we're going to give you a stream of income. How many places are going to give you a stream? That's what I say. Give you a stream of income. All right? The Lord, he makes way, what do you say? Brings, and it brings no sorrow with it. Something like that. I'm no expert in that, by the way. Investment club eligible. Right? You can invest with us in real estate and stock market. And you can learn about investing as well on that $20 level. That's 66 cents a day. Who knew that 66 cents a day, a change in what I spend my money on into actually investing my money, could change my financial life forever? Yes, it could. But really, it comes down to a choice. Black wealth is a Black choice. All right, man. Rep your city, man. Hit that like button, that share button. Let people know that we're here. Also, let us know what city or state you're connected from tonight. We are broadcasting Facebook Live, YouTube Live, right here from ERGJ Studios here in Atlanta. Actually, Decatur, where it's greater, Decatur, Georgia. So pleasure. Such an honor to be here with you guys today. I want to say thank you, and I appreciate you. It's a great day to be alive. It's a great day to be alive. I got another opportunity to make a difference in this world, to change this world. I got another opportunity. And yes, billionaires, we got the Midas touch. Everything, and I mean everything we touch turns to gold. Everything we touch turns to gold. Well, we got a wonderful show set up for you today, guys. We're going to do our billionaire breakdown of the day. We're going to look at our Black-owned business of the day. We're going to look at our Black CEO of the day. We're going to do a stock market recap, and we're going to take a look. There you go. Thanks so much, Corey. I knew he was going to come in. That's what I'm talking about. My brother, with the assist, the blessings of the Lord maketh one rich and adds no sorrow with it. That's the assist from my billionaire brother. That's what I'm talking about. And we're going to be digging into the Dow today. We're going to finally, we're going to look at Home Depot today. It's time to get this show on the road. Hopefully, you have invited, you have shared, You have told somebody, hit that watch party, but said, man, I got at least one friend that want to talk about making some money today. Oh, I got one friend that wants to move from spending to investing. I got one friend that want to learn what they don't know about money. And I'm going to invite at least that one, because at least they're interested in learning what they won't teach us. All right. Let's hop into this thing today, guys. Our billionaire breakdown of the day. We're going to take a look at the 32nd richest person in the world, according to Forbes. The 32nd richest person is the one, Susanne Klatten. I never heard of her, by the way. Don't know who she is. Let's find out who she is, by the way. Her net worth is $20.1 billion as of now. She's lost about $5 billion since about a year ago. Okay, in net worth, some values of some of the stuff she owns has appreciated. Susanne Klatten, the $20 billion woman. Let's find out a little bit more about Miss Klatten. Susanne Klatten, the richest woman in Germany. She owns 19.2% of automaker BMW. When I was growing up, they said BMW stands for Black Man's Wish. Her brother, Stephen Quant, owns 23.7%. Right? Their late mother, Johanna, was the third wife of legendary industrialist Herbert Quant, who guided BMW to preeminence in the luxury market. An economist with an MBA, Klatten helped transform her grandfather's Altana AG into a world-class pharmaceutical specialty chemical corporation. Klatten is the sole owner and deputy chairman of Altana, which pulls in more than $2.5 billion in annual sales. So Ms. Klatten is an owner of multiple businesses, right? She's the owner. She runs and owns, or she's a chairman and the owner of one business. She's an investor or a shareholder of another business. One is active, another is passive. We're going to be talking about how to manage multiple streams of income, by the way. We're going to do that in about 2 weeks at the Black Billionaires Club. You still haven't joined yet? You still haven't joined yet? Okay. I'm okay with that. She also holds stakes in wind power outfit Nordex AG, soil additive company Geo Hummus, and carbon and graphite producer SGL Group. She is a boss. I would say more so a tycoon, right? She's 56 years old. Her source of wealth is in BMW and pharmaceuticals. She's married out of Germany. Her education is a master's in BA, Business Administration, International Institute for Management and Development, Management, and more management. Klatten's grandfather, Gunther Quant, was a Nazi-era industrialist whose ex-wife married Joseph Goebbels. I don't know who that is. Okay. So here's her wealth over time. Over time. Listen to this. Now, I want you guys to see this. This is important. Net worth over time. If you were to do a net worth over time, would you see it, pretty much increasing every year or decreasing every year? Now, I know some of you guys, well, what is net worth? Well, net worth is when you look at what you own versus what you owe. And you want to start paying off what you owe and start acquiring more stuff that you own. Net worth. This is a good path. More. Right? Had a little dip right here in 2011. That's okay. But for the most part, it's upward movement, upward mobility. We're moving on up. That's why I like my last name, by the way. They got a song attached to it, Jeffersons. And we're moving on up. Everybody put in the console, moving on up. I want you to be moving on up in your net worth. Pay off what you owe. Acquire things to own that'll bring value to your household. You don't want to pay, you don't want to be in a position, I recommend it. You don't be in a position where you're passing down what you owe and passing down nothing that you own, because you don't own nothing. To leave an inheritance of debt is a disgrace. I'm just going to be blunt. To leave an inheritance of debt to your descendants is a disgrace. It shows a mismanagement. It shows being a bad steward of your resources. Now, I know y'all don't want to hear that because, somebody's going to really just be honest and tell the exact truth. Yes, it's a mismanagement of resources, and I would call it a disgrace. All this time 40, 50, 60 years of working, putting in effort, earning money, and then to leave debt to the next generation. It's mismanagement. That's what it is. It's mismanagement. Bad steward. Bad steward. All right, let's keep going. That's our billionaire breakdown of the day. Now, let's take a look. I love this part. Let's take a look at our Black-owned business of the day. Today, we're going to look at the 11th largest Black-owned business in America. The 11th largest Black-owned business in America, according to Black Enterprise. Now, it's called THOR. All right, THOR Construction Company. Go ahead and put it in console THOR. It's out of Minneapolis, Minnesota. Black CEO and Black CEO founder, Black CEO chairman right now. I'm sorry, Black founder, Black CEO, Richard Copeland, Ravi Norman. They have 175 employees. They pulled in about $367 million in revenue in 2017. THOR. THOR. Who's heard of that company, by the way? All right, here is THOR. THOR Companies. They got 5 teams, 1 vision: build, transform, sustain. THOR Companies offers a suite of full service capabilities, including development, utilities, management, design, construction, and consulting to create a speed to market front line for our clients. Call on us for a partner who has an owner's mindset and can link together the start to finish pieces that lead to healthier communities. Now, I don't know who may be watching this that might be in construction, and you just happen to be Black. It may make sense to learn from the 11th largest Black-owned business in America that absolutely happens to be in construction. I don't know. That just makes sense to me. I don't know. Is that maybe I'm crazy? While many real estate companies focus on initial cost of ownership, THOR Companies widens the lens by developing spaces that address the cost and benefits to the most important asset in the building, the people. By factoring in the ongoing maintenance and utility costs, THOR builds energy efficiencies at the outset and creates an environment that enhances staff retention, well-being, and productivity. Let's find out about THOR. THOR. I like that name. Founded in 1980 as THOR Construction, our company has become known as trusted for general contracting, construction management. Hey, THOR, you're going to need to update this website, by the way. Oh, Lord. Our businesses be having some outdated websites, I tell you. They be like, we too busy building. We ain't worried about this social media stuff, this internet stuff. Y'all better start worrying about it. Trusted for general contracting, construction management, design, build, consulting, and self-performing concrete. Since the beginning, we have been laser focused on being a good steward of client resources. This has led to building ongoing relationships, helping us to grow into one of the largest minority-owned construction companies in the United States. Our growth was built on the premise that minority and women-owned workforce and subcontractors provide key components for sustained success. Developing these skills builds the entire community as well as the built spaces themselves. Today, as THOR Companies, we offer expanded services within development, utility, management, design, construction, and consulting through dedicated business units that can function independently or work as a single team. We balance the goal of on time and within budget. Look at that. On time. Everybody putting down on time and in budget. Oh, I like that. Oh, I like that. When that's a core goal of yours, to be on time and to stay in budget. Always on time, always in the budget. How many guys have had some experiences where, you wanted to do something, y'all put a budget together, and then somebody, the person who you're working with come back and say, oh, we need a little bit more money? It's out of the budget. We got some unexpected expenses. It's out of budget. Oh, nobody likes to hear that. Nobody likes to hear that. We balance the goal of on time and in budget with the long-term impacts of environmental sustainability and economic development. Our history is built on a commitment to providing quality projects and services to all the customers and communities we serve. THOR Companies, the 11th largest Black-owned business in America. It's Black History Month. No one's talking about this except on the Money and Power Show, where Black folk are talking about money and the markets in the morning. This is why I love doing what I do, because I'm doing something that other people just simply aren't doing. And one thing that you'll learn, guys, if you simply do what no one else is willing to do, you will live the life that no one else can afford to live. Just that simple. All right, take a look at the leadership. We got Richard Coleman here, Ravi Norman. Right, Richard Coleman is the founder and chairman. He founded THOR Construction in 1980 with a handful of clients and a dream. Everybody put it down, so I got a dream. And a dream of building a national full-service construction company. THOR Companies today is lauded as one of the largest, nation's largest and most successful African-American owned businesses, and it serves as a model of diversity inclusion. Ravi Norman, the CEO. So the founder and chairman, the person who started, now he's got somebody who runs it. Ravi serves as CEO of THOR Company to provide strategic leadership to the 6 THOR subsidiaries. Ravi joined THOR as the CFO in 2005 and was promoted to CEO in 2009. Ravi leverages more than 19 years of corporate C-level, right? Corporate executive at C-level experience in areas such as strategic management, organizational development, and commercial finance. Under Ravi's leadership, THOR Companies has positioned itself to serve as a strategic real estate and construction partner for clients seeking innovative and sustainable solutions in the build environment. He also has received and has been awarded a generous number of accolades, including being named as one of Minnesota's most admired CEOs of 2016 by the Minnesota St. Paul Business Journal. Now, here's my question. What if all the Black-owned real estate companies or something like that, they only use THOR Companies to build those neighborhoods? Group economics. What a thought. If we got, and I'm pretty sure we got some Black development companies, you know, man, wouldn't that be interesting? Wouldn't that be awesome? How we start working together. Businesses working together. Black-owned businesses working with Black-owned businesses. Not just Black people buying from Black-owned businesses. How about Black-owned businesses working with Black-owned businesses? I'm telling you, this theory and philosophy I got, it's a whole nother level. Group economics, right? What if all the salons in your community, they work together? They say, you know what, we got to get supplies, let's all buy them at the same time. That's going to drive down the cost. You're going to buy 1,000 clippers at the same time, or 10,000 clippers at the same time. The only thing we're missing, Black people, I'm trying to tell you, the only thing that we're missing, Malcolm X told us what we're missing, organization, somebody to organize our efforts. So we actually are together. We actually have a structure in order to work together. Somebody that we can trust with our money that'll say, hey, I'll hold the money. You guys ever watch, what is it? Oh, I think it's White Men Can't Jump, right? And they about to go and play the basketball game, and all the people making bets. Well, they got to make the bets, and they got to give their money to somebody. And that money they're going to give their money to just happen to be the person they're going to trust, and they ain't going to run off with the money. So who's in our community we saying we can trust with our money, and we can let them hold it so that we can organize or pool our resources together, and then we can begin to buy together. Ooh, don't shot me down because I'm preaching good. All right. So we have a billionaire breakdown today. Susanne Klatten, our Black-owned business spotlighter today, THOR Construction Company. That's the 11th largest Black-owned business in America. The Black CEOs, Richard Coleman, the founder, and CEO Ravi Norman, the CEO of those. Those are Black CEOs of a Black-owned company. All right, let's keep going. He's a senior vice president. All right, oh, that's good. All right. So you can come on over to THOR and you can look at that. Let's get into the market. Here's our stock market recap of the day. We're going to look at the 5 things to watch real quick, and then we'll come back and see if there's anything going on over here. Oh, I like that. Oil gains on OPEC news. Okay, good for me. All right, markets gains on optimism. Heineken. Shares in Heineken, the world's second largest brewer.
You should be mad at tech that's unnecessary.
The second largest brewer shot up as much as 5% in Amsterdam after the company reported earnings. The Dutch company reported sales growth of 6%, with the flagship Heineken brand posting its strongest results in a decade. The owner of other brands, including Sol and Tiger and Amstel, also touted a strong performance from its non-alcoholic beer, Heineken 0.0, which is now available in 38 countries, up to 16 in 2017. Heineken made a huge bet on China in August, buying a 40% stake in China Resources Beer, the maker of Snow. The transaction is awaiting regulatory approval. Oil gets a boost. United States crude futures were trading 1.2 higher. Oil prices gained well over 1% on Tuesday after OPEC monthly report showed its production had fallen by 800,000 barrels per day in January. I like it when production falls because the demand remains the same. Production falls. That causes the price of oil to go up. It's called economics. It's called supply and demand. I'm telling you, once we begin to understand what they taught us, if they did teach us at all about economics, they did teach us supply and demand. We can understand that. We can make better decisions when it comes to our investing in some of these great companies. A report by the International Energy Agency published Wednesday estimated the drops was even bigger. It said the cartel's output fell 930,000 barrels a day during the month. All right. So cartel agreed 800,000 barrels a day, and Russia slashed 400,000 barrels. When we see here slashing output, that doesn't mean that people are gonna stop you going to the pump and getting gasoline. You see what I'm saying? That means people are gonna stop flying. This means that production was reduced. Therefore, by default, demand stays the same. By default, the price of oil goes up. That's by default. Just simple economics. Now, I know it might be simple to me. I'm not going to say it's simple to you. I don't know. I hope I'm making sense. If not, oh, that's why we have a club. You can learn more and go deeper at what you don't know when you join the Black Billionaires Club. Join the club today. Okay? This network, Hilton, Wyndham Homes are all going to be releasing earnings this morning before the bell. It's going to be before 9 o'clock. They're going to release their earnings. Cisco, Fossil, Hyatt. Now, I like it at Hilton. And of course, in case y'all don't know, I got me some Hilton, by the way. So I'm hoping I'm going to be happy today. Hopefully they make me proud. They make this owner a proud owner. Hilton, I'm counting on you. Cisco Systems, Fossil, Hyatt, MGM, Sleep Number, and Yelp will follow after the close, okay? Let's get into the market. Good morning to you, Mr. Goodrich. Hit that like button, that share button, that invite button. I know. Everyone isn't talking. Oh, look at this. Ooh, oh my. So yesterday, the Dow, 372 points, 165. Yes. Dow's up 1.49% yesterday. Huge day for the market yesterday. You are smiling this morning if you woke up and you looked at your investment account. Oh, we feeling good today. 372 points yesterday, up in the positive for the Dow. The Dow is the index that houses the 30 most significant stocks in America. Companies like Home Depot and Nike and Apple. NASDAQ was up 106 points. Yes, a good day in the NASDAQ. That's going to be the index that houses all your technology companies, Microsoft, Amazon, Netflix, things like that. S&P 500, your benchmark, up 34%. Yes, 34 points yesterday, 1% up. That's a big day in the market. When you see 1% and higher, that's a great day in the market. Okay? I got some investing stories. I'm going to look at that. Wants to end stop. Well, okay, whatever. So some big winners yesterday. Bright House Financial up 13%. We've seen Cody here a couple times. They were up 13%. I still don't know what Cody is, but it will be interesting to know. Maybe we'll look at it today. I don't know. DR Horton was up 7.5%. Under Armour making a comeback. Don't call it a comeback. I've been here for years. Under Armour was up 6.88% yesterday. Big day in the market yesterday. Leonard Corporation was up 5.7%. Some losers yesterday. Take-Two still going down. That's going to be that gaming company we talked about a couple of episodes ago. Molson Coors Light, Coors Beer, all that stuff down 10% in a day. No bueno. Nectar Therapeutics, I don't know what that is, down 8%. Everest, I don't know what that is, down 3.6%. Gilead down 3.28%. And of course, we could click on here and just see all of the gainers if I want to do that. Don't want to do that. Right? I don't really want to do that, though. Sector performance. This is what's hot, what's not been hot again. Utilities has been hot as of late. I would anticipate utilities continue to move up and hot because as we get further into greed, that puts me further into fear. And if I'm going to be feared, that means when I get fearful, what do I do? I look to play defense. When I get greedy, what do? I look to play offense. Utilities is a defensive play. Gold is a defensive play. Oil is a defensive play. Okay? These are defensive plays. Your money, what these managers do, they don't move their money out of the market. They just move it from offense to defense. I'm telling you, this thing gets greedier and greedier in the market. It's time for me to play some defense. Defense. Hey, oil's up 53.79 per barrel of oil. That's up 1% yesterday. The gasoline's down. I know you guys are happy about that. The pump went down to 3.65% yesterday, down to $2.59 for regular unleaded gasoline across the country. Gold was up a little bit yesterday, up to $13.1450 for 1 ounce of gold. Silver, $15.67 for 1 ounce of silver. And corn pretty much remained the same at $378.50 per bushel of corn. And so then we have your Forex. 1 second, guys. I'm still trying to get there. All right. Over here, you have your Forex, is your currencies. If you're traveling, you'll know what the currency, what the going rate is, so you don't get overcharged. If you are doing Forex, you kind of know what's going on. You're watching the charts anyway. How are stocks doing? Uh-oh. We're back with a vengeance. How are stocks doing in 2019, people? The Dow, 9%. NASDAQ, almost 12%. S&P 500, 9.5%, which simply means, for the people in the back, if you and I made a New Year's resolution and we decided we were going to stop spending our money and actually invest our money would have at least grown by 9% in roughly 45 days. Let me just let that sit with you for just a second. If you simply decided to become an investor in 2019, of all the New Year's resolutions you might have made, but if you decided to become an investor and you didn't even pick any individual stocks, you just followed the market, your money would be up by at least 9% today. Oh my. You ever wonder, does this make you wonder any reason why they're not going to teach you about this? Any reason why you won't really see much of this in the middle school or in college or in the church or wherever it is that they may talk about money? Any reason why money is supposed to be a taboo topic? They don't want us talking about money. They don't want the common folk talking about money. Any reason why? Makes you want to holler, get into my life. Let me say that again. If you and I decided, everybody put in the console, black wealth is a black choice. It's a choice. You can continue to be part of the spending non-power or get into the investing power. Black wealth is a black choice. Now, here's my question to you. What's stopping you from investing? What's keeping you from saying, you know what, I'm going to change my thought process. I'm going to learn this. What's stopping you? All you need is a teacher, right? That's really all you need. You only need a teacher. Let's not be a people that sits around and watches everybody else get rich. Let's not do that anymore. Watch everybody else get rich. And we just participate in them getting richer and richer and richer and richer. I'm asking you to participate in the profits of the companies that you support with your money. That's what I'm asking you to do. To participate in the profits of the companies that you spend your money with anyway. Matter of fact, I want you to participate in the profits of where your friends spend their money at anyway. Because everybody ain't going to change. It feels good to be a consumer until you look at the end of your life and you feel like, what happened to all my money? I'm asking you to change, but you got to want to change. All I can do is present to you the numbers, because what? The numbers don't lie. People do. All the time, people lying all the time. When we look at the numbers, oh my goodness, my money could be up by 12% this year, but I'm waiting on the 1% raise for my job. I'm hoping that it give me a quarter that by the end of by this time next year. I'm hoping that I get a little measly chump change from my employer. But man, if I employ my money, if I learn how to make my money work for me, I never have to beg another day in my life. It's a choice. It's a choice. What's the emotion that's driving the market right now? Again, as I said, as the market gets greedy, I get fearful. The market's playing offense, I'm playing defense right now. Market's all the way over 67. My good mentor, the third richest man in the world, says, oh no, son. Listen to me carefully. Heed my advice. Be fearful when others are greedy. Okay, sir, I'm fearful right now. What should I do? Play defense. Okay, I'm playing defense. Okay, Mr. Buffett, that's what you said I should do. That's what I'm going to do. I'm not going to listen to nobody else. They haven't had the success that you've had. I'm going to listen to you, Mr. Buffett. Be fearful when others are greedy. Be greedy when others are fearful. This thing here just simply tells you what's going on. What's the sentiment in the market? What are other people doing? What is the crowd doing? The crowd is greedy. Okay, I'm fearful. The crowd's on offense. I'm playing defense. The crowd is buying. I'm selling. Just do what everybody else ain't doing. You'll get rich. All right. Take a little time here. That's our stock market recap, guys. We're going to dig into the Dow. Oh, we're going to dig into the Dow. Let's take a look at Home Depot today. Y'all getting something out of this? This good stuff? Y'all wish we had more black folk talking about money and markets in the morning? Man, I wish I could find more. I wish I could find a circle. Wish I could find more. That would be awesome if I could find more. It's all right. It only takes a few. That's what I do know. It only takes a few. Just got to get interested. You just got to be interested. Here's Home Depot, by the way, up 7%, up 8% for the year. Many of us, we do a whole bunch of shopping at this store. What happens when you start owning the store? Man, I start buying from where I own. See, we can talk about group economics, we can talk about buy black, we can do all that stuff. We can do all that talking. What I'm simply saying is, listen, you shop at Home Depot. I mean, think about it. It just makes sense. You shop at Home Depot all the time. You go there, stand in line, you do all that stuff, talk to employees, all that stuff. Why you don't own the store? I'm just saying, I would love to shop where I own. I'm just saying, 8%. Now, Home Depot's now is $185.52, $185 per share. So you got to have some guap, a little bit of money, right? Let me start off with one share, $200, I guess. All right. For the year, Home Depot's up at 7.9%, right? But for the year, it was down about 170 at one point in time. For a whole past year, it's only changed not that much, only 0.79%. For the past 3 years, up 52%. Just holding Home Depot for 3 years, your money could grow by 52%. I mean, my goodness. I mean, let's just keep going. I mean, my goodness. And we take a look at a 5-year trip for Home Depot, 140% over 5 years. Just holding Home Depot for 5 years means that you would have been up. Your money would have grown by 140% in 5 years. Everybody put comments, go, wow. Wow. Where has this been all my life? Doesn't matter. It's here now. Using the internet and social media to spread the good news. Spread the financial gospel. Spread the investment education. Home Depot. I keep going. Home Depot is a $191 billion company. Earnings growth last year, 13%, bueno. Earnings growth this year, 31%, bueno. Earnings growth next 5 years anticipated, 11.5%, bueno. Revenue growth over the last year, 6.67%, bueno. PE ratio, 20.3, bueno. Price to sales, 2.43, bueno. Price to book, 134.83, no bueno. Annual revenue 100.9 billion. So they made $100 billion last year. Their profit from that after they're basically their gross profit or net profit after all of that is 8.6 billion. Don't like that number too much because it's only 8.55%, but it's still profitable. Okay. In Atlanta, Georgia. You're in Atlanta, Georgia. Arthur Blank, right? The forecast from the analysts, 185.52 is its current price, is saying, hey, man, over the next 12 months, we guesstimate and go to down as low as 165, as high as $230 per share. Right? This is their forecast for Home Depot. Let's take a look at what Home Depot does. By the way, Home Depot is a home improvement retailer, right? Not only just home improvement, obviously commercial improvement. A lot of commercial businesses go in there to get their stuff to redevelop housing. If you're in matter of fact, if you're in real estate of any sort, any type of way you connect to real estate, that's your thing. You want to be a real estate investor. You want to go out and you do Airbnb, anything to do with real estate, and you don't own Home Depot, why not? Going there all the time. Get a little fixture here, little light bulb there, little counter here. And it never crossed your mind that I could own some of this store. Ownership. I recommend it. Everybody put in comments, own. Ownership. So which engages in the sale of building materials and home improvement products. Its products include building materials, home improvement products, lawn and garden products, and decor products. It offers home improvement installation services, tool and equipment rental. The company was founded by Bernard Marcus, Arthur M. Blank, Kenneth Gerald Legone, and Pat Farrar on June 20th, 1978. It's headquartered in Atlanta, Georgia. Got investor relations here at HomeDepot.com. They've been increasing in their employees. They got over 413,000 employees now, right? Home Depot. We're gonna skip news. We're gonna skip charts and go over to the forecast. My goodness. My. All right, so the analysts, 35 investment analysts say, well, you know, right now we're gonna rate Home Depot as a buy. 21 buys, 4 outperform, 10 holds. Their earnings per share over the past 4 quarters, expected over the next 2 quarters, saying growth from negative 13.57. Earnings growth over the past 4 years, expected growth over the next 2 years, 31.3% growth over the next 2 years. Their sales over the past 4 quarters, expected over the next 2 quarters, they're expected only to grow 1.27%. Their earnings growth for the past 4 years, expected over the next 2 years, their earnings growth expectation over the next 2 years, 7.35%. Let's look at the money. Cash rules everything around me. Cream the money. Dollar bill, y'all. Net revenues, man, they sold $100 billion worth of stuff. Cost them about $66 billion in order to acquire that stuff to sell. They had a little bit of that stuff that depreciated in its value. They walked away with $32.5 billion in gross revenue, gross income. That's going to be like the gross that you get on your paycheck. After they paid their expenses, they paid their taxes, right? They walked away with $8.6 billion. No bueno. Now, this has been the same for them over the past 4 years, right? About $8 billion they walk with every year. So pretty steady. Everybody putting down so steady. Steady as she blow. Balance sheet. This is what they own versus what they owe. All right. Total assets. This is what they own. They own $44.5 billion worth of stuff. Net liabilities. Here's what they owe. $43.1 billion. That leaves you with $1.5 billion in shareholder equity. In my opinion, no bueno. But that's not all. That's not the only reason why you yay or nay on Home Depot. There's a lot more to this company than meets the eye. All right. So not much equity in Home Depot right now, but still a solid rock. Steady as she blows. Net income, $8.6 billion. We talked about that. Here's what they did. They say, hey, we're going to invest some of it. We're going to try to make some money, make our money work for us, right? Didn't work out too well. Now $2.2 billion. Then they had to borrow. They borrowed some money, probably to do some stuff as well. They borrowed some money, and that didn't work out well. That went further into debt, right? $8.9 billion. That's okay. So they got 933 million in net cash on hand, and that's what's going on. All right, now what do we want to take a look at? Let's take a look here. Home Depot, of course. Nothing up here because see, most people they ain't gonna look at none of this stuff. They not gonna look for what we're looking for. We're looking for one thing and one thing only. Investor relations. Here we go. Pow! Nobody's coming to this on the Home Depot website. Generate stock information, financial reports, news releases, event presentations, corporate governance, shareholder services, investor services, egg nesters. I don't know what an egg nester is, by the way. They got a three-legged stool coming out, I guess. I don't know. 100 billion in revenue, 2,200 sales. They're on the New York Stock Exchange, right? Let's take a look. I need to look at. I guess I need to look at stock information, maybe. I know I'm looking for that dividend. Ooh, that's the stock information. All right, let's keep going. Look at this. You can buy stock direct. We'll talk about this. I'll teach you guys how to buy directly from the company if you want to. You don't have to go through a broker. I teach you guys that. It's not financial reports. Here it is. Dividend history. Pow, bang. There we go. So look at this. Home Depot is paying out $1.03 per share per quarter in cash. So every share that you own of Home Depot right now, as of their last report, they paid out $1.03 per share per quarter in cash to their shareholders. That means they're going to pay you to own their stock. Now that's a quarter, so we're going to take that and multiply times 4. That gives us for the year $4.12 for the year. We're going to take that $4.12 and we're going to now divide that into the share price of Home Depot, which is $185.52. They're going to multiply by 100, and that gives you 2.22% annual yield. They're going to pay you back to 2% or 2.22% of what you invest is going to come back to you. Just consider this a buy. Just consider this cash back. Your dividend is cash back. Everybody point out so cash back. So you guys understand. Some of you guys use credit cards to go into debt to get cash back, and you feel good about it. What if you actually use your money to actually invest, which is now an asset instead of a liability, and you're getting cash back, double for your trouble. And then you say, man, I have helped Home Depot for the past 5 years. My money itself has grown over 140%, and I've been getting the dividend cash back every quarter for the last 5 years. We take 4, we multiply it times 5. That's 20 installments of cash that Home Depot paid me just to own their stock. Plus, my money has grown over 140%. Double for my trouble of simply investing in the Home Depot. Now, of course, it's good to look back. 5 years ago, whatever that is, if I can see it, if it comes up. $5 years ago, Home Depot, what? An $85 stock, something like that. Kind of off topic, but if you have time later in the show, can you explain what a day trader is and how they make money? I won't do it on this show. I mean, I can talk about what a day trader is. I won't do it on this show though. That'll be for another show. I don't even think I'll do that for the public. That'll be something we'll cover in the Black Billionaires Club. Something we'll cover in our investment education. Yeah, that won't be something I cover on this show. Not for the public. But I'll answer that question for you, Corey, in our group. If you're part of the Black Billionaires Club, put in the comments below #BBC. Questions like this can get answered, right? Get them answered. We will get them answered on our private wall, not our public wall. So Home Depot been paying a dividend, right? Been paying a dividend. Where am I? Oh, I mean, look at this. I mean, just keep going back. I mean, I don't know how far. Oh, we just go back to 2000, 4 cents. It increased from 4 cents all the way to $1.03 since the new decade. Since the new millennium. All right, of course, they probably had a stock split somewhere as well. That's probably what happened, but they take this back and they retro it back and give you the numbers as they were. But $1.03 per share, per quarter, every quarter, consistently. And we can go back and look how far it goes back. Right? This is what's happening. This is what's going on. So we can talk about buy black all day long. We can talk about group economics all day long. You know what? I talk about getting the money whatever way you got to get it. And if it's as simple as I shop at Home Depot, I go there all the time. Let me just go ahead and own a little bit of Home Depot. Let me just, let me become an owner of where I shop. That's how you start to control, or you become owners of your community. Become owners of those businesses that are operating in your community. Now, of course, we want to take ownership of the old way, of the more physical way, but I'm talking about simply, hey, Home Depot is around the corner from me. They in my community. Let me own me some Home Depot. I go there all the time. So when we start having these type of conversations, changing the narrative just a little bit, and start talking about, okay, well, how can we own the companies that are in our neighborhood? It's called stock. Own the companies in your neighborhood that are worth owning. All the companies in your neighborhood are worth owning. They're not all worth owning. I wouldn't recommend owning Office Depot. No bueno. Home Depot, pretty good. So every company every business in your community is not worth owning. But in order for you to determine whether it's worth owning or not, you got to do the research. Everybody putting guys on study. You got to study. And to determine, okay, you know what? I call it a shop list. You just simply go out to the place you normally go to. You say, oh, man, I went to Chick-fil-A today. I went to Zaxby's today. Went to Home Depot today. I went to Wendy's today. I went to the Publix today. Okay, which one of these companies can I invest in? They're in my neighborhood. I want to own my neighborhood. I want to talk instead of preach. Let me say that again. I want to do what everybody else preaches. Let me find out which one of these companies I can own that's in my neighborhood. Become an owner of the company in your neighborhood. All right, you ever thought about that? Oh, Lord, you mean to tell me I can become an owner of the companies that run my neighborhood? Yes, some of them, not all of them, but some of them, yes. Who's talking about that, black people? It's called alternative ways to ownership. You don't have to necessarily have to start it. Just become an owner in it and participate in the profits. $1.03 every quarter of the year, paid back to you for every share that you hold just for being a shareholder. That's called passive income. With a rock solid company. Rock solid. Black people love real estate. But how many of them actually own the company that supplies the supplies to those who want to develop land and real estate? Home Depot. Do you need to open a TD Ameritrade company to buy stock directly from the companies? No, you don't. I'll show you how to do that. I'll show you how to buy direct if you want to buy direct. The broker's firm, which is a TD Ameritrade or whatever, that just gives you access to be able to buy any of those stocks and not have to necessarily go to each one of them independently or directly. But if you're saying, hey, man, all that stuff, I don't need to know. I don't want to go into all those different companies. I don't want to be like Evan and like research 50 million companies. I don't have that kind of time. And I just want to buy me some Home Depot. That's what I love. That's where I shop. I'm cool with that. I don't necessarily trust them, but I believe that they're going to still be around in 50 years. I believe that they're going to still grow in value. I believe people still going to love real estate, and they're going to be redeveloping to the end of time. I just want to own me some Home Depot. I can show you how to go and buy a Home Depot direct. You cut out the middleman. You go direct. You pay less in fees and management. Yes, I'll show you how to do that. That'll come in our investment education in the Black Billionaires Club. I will not show that to the public, because the public needs to pay me for my services. Stop trying to get stuff for free. That is the four-letter cuss word in the black community. Oh, I want it free. Oh, I want it free. Well, here's the deal. And I'm not talking about you, Mona. I'm talking about these other people. Here's the deal. Free is what got you in your position in the first place. Free is what got you broke. But see, when you learn the principle of investing, you will hate free. You're gonna say, no, I don't want it free. I want to invest in you. I want to buy your stuff because I don't want anybody saying I done got the easy way. No, I'm going to invest. I tell people, hey, you want some free money? No, I don't want free money. I don't need free money. I know how to make my money work for me. Give it to somebody else. Give it to the homeless person. Give it to the person who really needs it. I don't need the free money because my money brings back money into my storehouse. It's a very difficult thing for people to understand, for people to grasp. And no, we've been taught to love free. And I'm not saying that free is always bad. I'm just saying that we have overutilized, overcompensated, become dependent because of this thing called free. In other words, handouts. No, baby, you don't need a handout. Just need a hand up. Rise and walk. All right, my beautiful people, man, this is the Money and Power Show where black folk get together and we talk about money and the markets in the morning. Black people stand up. Here's my question to you, man. What did you learn today? What concept, what thought, what did you view today that you're saying, man, I never knew that? It's worth your time. What is it worth your time today and why? That's simply what I'm going to ask you. What's today worth your time and why? Now, I know I talk fast and you type, guys. So while you guys are typing, let us know what you got out of today. The Money and Power Show. We did a billionaire breakdown. Miss Susanne Klatten. I guess that's her name. Black-owned business spotlighted today. The 11th largest black-owned business in the world today, or in Atlanta, or in America, THOR Construction with the black CEOs, Richard Copeland and Ravi Norman. We did our stock market recap and we dug into the Dow by looking at a rock-solid company called Home Depot. I invite you to join the Black Billionaires Club. If you got questions, you want to go a little bit further, you want to learn more, right? You want to learn more? It's called invest in yourself by investing in your education. I'm willing to teach you if you're willing to invest in yourself. If you want it for free, go to the library. I invite you to join the Black Billionaires Club today. You can make a $20 decision or a $10 decision. It's your decision. Black wealth is a black choice. You can choose self-education. You can choose a fortune, or you can choose formal education. You can choose a living, a job. I chose a fortune. I chose to learn what I didn't know about money. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator. Ms. Mona said, man, thank you. She never knew that she could buy stock directly from the companies. That's good to know. Yes, it is good to know. Now it's good to know that. Now it's going to be better to know how, right? It's good to know, but now I want to know. I want better than good to know. I want to get better to know. It's better for me to know how. I'm going to teach you that, Ms. Mona. That's right. I'm going to teach you that. Right? Corey, let me do a semblance on that, right? Today was definitely worth my time. I learned more about owning where I spend and my peers' friends. Right. Here's the thing that we know, Corey. Here's the thing we know about black folk. We know where they're going to spend their money. Without a shadow of a doubt, I've been blind black people my whole life. And if we know where we're going to spend our money, they know where we're going to spend our money. We've been around black people our whole life. Black people have $1.1 trillion in spending power. We know exactly where they're spending that money. You know what I stopped doing? I stopped complaining about where they're spending that money. And I started saying, well, how can I make that, what I do know, work for me? This is where you take what you know and turn it into wisdom. And then you take the wisdom and you turn it into what? Money. Just like Solomon did. He didn't ask God for more money. He asked God for more wisdom. And God granted him with double for his trouble. And then he turned his wisdom, what he knew and what he could apply, and he turned that into the richest man in the world that walked the earth at that time. So we know where we're spending the money. We know. Question is, are we going to become owners of those businesses that we know black people are spending $1.1 trillion at? Slight change in philosophy. Stop trying to complain about what they're going to do, because guess what? That's not going to change. They're not going to change. It's going to stay the same. They're going to keep buying the Jordans. They're going to keep buying the iPhones. They're going to keep wasting their money. You don't have to be among them. And it's not just black people, by the way. You don't have to be among them. The poor will always be with us. Always. That doesn't mean that you have to be poor. This is New Black Wall Street, the money and power show. Black folk talking about money and the markets in the morning. I'm your host, ERGJ, your certified financial educator, CEO, ERGJ Enterprise and ERGJ Black Bazaar, and international best-selling author of the book, The Black Billionaires Club, where I study, and you can study as well, Black wealth. The 12 richest black people in the world today and how they built their wealth. And you can also choose, make a choice to join the Black Billionaires Club. Simply go to www.theblackbillionairesclub.com, www.theblackbillionairesclub.com. I want you guys to remember this, that it takes a village, and it starts with us. Let's build wealth. Let's build wealth together. We all we got, people. We all we got. But guess what? That's enough. Now, I pray to God preserve each and every one of you today, that you'll take some of the things that you've learned today, you'll think on these things, and you'll meditate on these things, and you'll chew these things up. And hopefully it sparks in you a newfound desire, and inspiration, and motivation to learn what you don't know about money. Self-education will make you a fortune. I choose fortune. Until next episode, Mr. DJ, hit the music.
The new Black Wall Street. Thanks you for joining the show. We gave a lot of great tips, but it's time to go. Take the knowledge we shared, hope you use it and grow. We will see you all there at the next episode of the new Black Wall Street. The new Black